Hey guys, happy Monday, Creator Mom. Don't mind all the noises in the background. It's the construction vehicles and the HVAC. Anyways, excuse me. I wanted to talk about how it seems like there's such a short space of time between feeling an emotion and having an emotional reaction. A trigger reaction to the emotion. It almost seems like it's a split second. You feel something, it's like boom, and I think that growing in our emotional well-being is kind of like widening this gap, this space of time. Hey, reaction time, good and quick reaction time is amazing for actual emergencies. Somebody cut you off, somebody's about to bang into you while you're driving, skirt, that's really good to have quick reaction time with stuff like that. Or if your kid is about to run in the street, hey, get out of the street, whatever, a quick yell. Emergency situations are very good for quick reaction time, but things that are not emergencies, that our body is perceiving as an emergency, but you're it's not an emergency, widening and growing that space between the emotion and the reaction, the trigger reaction, I think is a good sign of the growth in emotional well-being and emotional awareness, because it all just happens really fast. But so it's not about pushing down our emotions, obviously, or not feeling them. Or I think a lot of people think emotional maturity is disregarding an emotion, or saying, because the inner critic will come in and say, oh, you're feeling anger about this isn't right, you shouldn't be feeling that way. And then we say, okay, I shouldn't be feeling this way, I shouldn't be feeling this way, whatever, and we try to ignore it or whatever. But that's not and then if that doesn't work, then the firefighter comes, said, drink a 6-pack of beer. You know what I'm saying? You got to numb that shit out. You got to take it down a notch. Instead, we have to feel our emotion, right? There's a difference between reacting. So, I'm sorry, I got interrupted. But, so when we are feeling emotionally triggered, as soon as we feel that shit, we gotta be oh, it's the signal to be that's a trigger coming. I want to yell, I want to tell somebody off, I want to judge someone very quickly, happens so fast. But pausing for a minute and saying, oh, I feel it coming, let me feel into this. I think we think that if we feel into it, we're gonna fucking explode even more, or we're not gonna. If we actually sit there and feel into our emotions, we're going to feel it more, and it's never going to go away. But it does release. It does. It really does. You sit there with yourself, if you can, take a minute and inquire in yourself. Wow, I really feel so fucking angry right now. I feel such fucking anger. I'm using the word fucking because fuck is a good word to use when you feel really, really, really angry and full of rage. So, I feel so fucking angry. Breathe. Anger. Why are you here? Why do I feel this way? Write it down. I believe in journaling so hardcore. It is so helpful to do the brain dump journaling. I find it very healing. So, why do I feel this way? Oh, so-and-so did this to me. Write it down. And keep inquiring about, into your emotion. And what does that mean? And then what does that mean? Come down to your bottom line. Almost your core belief, if you will. I'm reading this book called Sexy Money by Genevieve Rackham, and I'm really enjoying it. And she talks about how struggling with the fear of not having money, it can be such a visceral reaction. And when you bring it down to the nitty gritty, it's fear of dying and fear of having your kids die because you can't survive. You know what I'm saying? Death is, and I've come to, when I was reading that, I really resonated with it, because I'm like, yes, I have come to this conclusion before. It is about dying and not surviving. So anyways, you have to explore in that moment while the emotion is there, inquire into it. And when we do this, we actually do release and allow it to let go. It seems counterintuitive to actually dig into it, a hardcore emotion, and that being the release, because you think, no, if I go into it, it's going to keep staying. But no, it's actually the opposite. I think there was something else more that I wanted to say about relaxing and struggling. That has to do with something else though. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to make this video about widening the gap between feeling the emotion and letting yourself react. Let's try to retrain ourselves to react by the reaction being, oh, I need to go sit alone with myself. I need a timeout here. And you know what? It's not about perfection, so let's not get into perfectionism, because that's in and of itself a dysfunction too. If we fuck up, we apologize. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I react to my emotional triggers with my kids sometimes too. And then it's like I go back and say, oh wow, like look how I reacted. Like, I apologize for that. I'm sorry. Like, I was wrong, And then kind of take note of that, take stock of that within yourself, about why you reacted a certain way, and how you would like to react differently next time, or you know what I'm saying? But yes, let's widen that space between emotion, feeling the emotion, having it come up, and reacting quickly to it. Let's feel into it instead. Unless it's an actual emergency, right? Unless it's life or death. And how many times does our brain perceive something as life or death in the moment when it's not? It's not life or death. I'm still safe. I'm still here. Nobody's dying. But our body will, it starts to go, All right, guys. That's all I really wanted to say. If you resonate with me, you can like this video and you can subscribe to my channel if you want to be internet buddies. Bye.